State of Michigan, 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Christina V. Kennedy. Your proceedings, there should be no driving, smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, or laying down. Do not start your video or mute your device unless the court instructs you to do so. And if there's anything that you need to do that you don't want the rest of the world to see, please walk away from the camera quiet. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Officer Wallace. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up? All right, cool. Thank you. I'm Judge Christina V. Kennedy, and I will preside over the docket for courtroom 433 this afternoon. This is a landlord-tenant docket. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience as we got everyone checked in. We did have a morning docket that ran over into our afternoon, and that is why we are somewhat delayed in getting started today. Let's see. Before I get started, I want to just emphasize Officer Wallace's instruction that if there's anything that you need to do that you do not want the rest of the world to see you doing, please make sure you turn your camera off or you step away from your device completely. We are streaming these proceedings live on YouTube. That means that anybody in the world can join in and watch these proceedings. So to prevent any embarrassment, if you need to do something like use the restroom or change your shirt or something of that nature, please make sure you have turned your camera off before you do that, or just completely step away from your device to be sure. We have a very heavy docket today, this afternoon, I should say. And so Madam Clerk has divided the docket up into 3 different groups. I am going to call the docket as they have been divided, or as it has been divided. So I'm going to call the first set of cases right now. Please listen out for your name, address, or case number. Please don't say anything. I'm going to call all of the cases in this group. Once I call all of the cases in this group, I will ask for the plaintiff to place your name on the record or the plaintiff's attorney to place your appearance on the record. And then I will ask for the defendant to do the same thing. At that time, please turn on your camera if it is not already turned on. Unmute your device. Or if you called in, you would unmute by dialing *6, right, Madam Clerk? Is it star? Yes. *6 to unmute. And at that time, please state your name. Again, I'm going to call all of these cases at one time. Please don't say anything until I'm done calling them off. Now calling case number 24349-542. This is RT Homes Detroit LLC versus Leah Benford and occupants of 17771 Westbrook in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-543, Trident Courttown LLC versus Ryan, spelled R-I-A-N, Graham, an occupant of 2050 8th Street, Unit 209 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-544, Claire Robinson, P.A., Lumani Investments, LLC versus Shardana Williamson, an occupant of 19144 Verona Street in the city of Detroit. Excuse me. Also calling case number 24349-545. This is Pearl Real Estate versus Diana Reed, Sylvester Reed, an occupant of 4688 Lakewood Street, lower unit in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-546, LTD Property Management and Development LLC versus Genevieve Jackson Garden of Eve Learning Center LLC, an occupant of 1575557 Wyoming in the city of Detroit. Case number 24349-547, Trade Winds Development Group LLC versus Brian Boyd, an occupant of 18833 DeQuinder in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-579, Tanya Edwards versus Sharkia Willis and Jasmine Hobbs and all other occupants of 11203 Nashville in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-631. Shariat Oliver versus all occupants of 6201 Hecla Lower Flats in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-637, DPI Property Holding LLC versus Barry Chambliss II and all other occupants of 3411 Fisher in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-664, GW6329 LLC, also known as Cortez Apartments versus Stephen Baldwin and all occupants of 329 Holbrook Street, apartment 411 in the city of Detroit. And finally, for this group of cases, calling case number 24349-665, GW6329 LLC, also known as Cortez Apartments versus Anthony Stewart and all occupants of 329 Holbrook Street, apartment 314 in the city of Detroit. Excuse me. These matters are before the court on complaints to recover possession of property, as well as complaints for non-payment of rent. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing for these matters pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17. All first hearings are to be adjourned. And so these matters will be adjourned to a new court date. Ladies and gentlemen, please write this information down. The next court date for the cases that I just called, and only the cases that I just called, will be August 23rd, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That is August 23rd, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That is the next time the court will call the cases that I just called. Madam Clerk, just type that information into the Zoom chat. So if you're logged in via a smartphone or a tablet, you should be able to go into the chat function and screenshot the information if you'd like to. Otherwise, please write the information down. The court will mail notices to appear to all parties. However, in case those notices get lost, I'd like to make sure everybody has the information about the next court date, which again is August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. That will be an in-person hearing. That means that you will not appear via Zoom. You will need to come down to the 36th District Court, which is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. I'm in courtroom 433. So you need to come to courtroom 433 on August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Plaintiffs, you need to bring with you the following information, the following documents in paper. It needs to be reduced to paper. I need a copy of the deed, a copy of the lease agreement. If rent is an issue, I need a copy of the most up-to-date rental ledger. I need a completed proof of service. And if there's a property management agreement, I need a copy of that as well. So anything that connects you as the plaintiff to the property, any substantiating documentation, you need to bring that to court with you on August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Again, the deed, the lease agreement, the property management agreement, the most up-to-date rental ledger, and a completed proof of service. Failure to bring those documents to court with you on August 23rd can result in dismissal of your case, plaintiff. So please make sure you bring that information to you, reduced to paper on the next court date. Defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your defense, you need to reduce it to paper and bring it to court with you on August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Specifically, I am talking about rental receipts or photographs of the property or anything that you think will support your defense. Please reduce it to paper and bring it to court with you on the next court date. Please don't bring your cell phone in here and ask me to scroll through it. I do not feel comfortable scrolling through people's cell phones, and I cannot put your cell phone in the file as evidence, okay? So if you have any evidence, please make sure you put it to paper and bring it to court with you on August 23rd. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting over something, so 1 second, please. Okay, defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged in to the Zoom session today. They are here to provide you, the defendant tenants, with legal advice for the day, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings. And that would be free of charge to you. At the end of your hearing today, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you're on a tablet or a smartphone, you will receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt and it will take you into the breakout room. If you called in, meaning you actually dialed a telephone number to get into the Zoom session today, you don't have to worry about receiving a prompt. Your transfer will be automatic once I request it, okay? Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you'll be in there by yourself for a moment. You won't be able to hear or see what's going on in the main session. We in the main session will not be able to hear or see what's going on with you. I'm receiving messages. Please don't message me. I can't. It distracts me. If you need to communicate with the court, please message the court clerk. All right. Anyway, I ask that you have patience. You may be in there for a little while before the defense attorney comes in. Everyone will be seen by an attorney today. Please don't start pressing buttons, coming back out into the main session unprompted, or raising your hand or sending me messages. That will just slow us down. Everyone will be seen by an attorney. Defendants, once you're done speaking with the agency attorney today, you are free to log off, but please make sure you come back to court in person on August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and that'll be in courtroom 433. Defendants, if you do not come to court at 8:30 on August 23rd, a default judgment will be entered against you. And plaintiffs, likewise, if you don't come to court on time on August 23rd, 2024, your case will be dismissed. So everybody, please make sure you come to court timely on August 23rd. Excuse me. With that information having been said, for matters ending in 542, 543, 544, 545, 546, and 547, may I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alan Dyer, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, 54857.
Okay. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Dyer. Is there another plaintiff's attorney on any of these cases?
No, Judge, I am plaintiff's counsel on each of the cases you just cited.
Okay, all right. I saw someone else logged in under one of the numbers, so that's fine. All right. For matter ending in 542, is Leah Benford or any occupant of 17771 Westbrook present? If so, please make your presence known now. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in for this case. Let me see. I do not have a proof of service. Counsel, was the defendant served?
Yes, Judge, July 5th. The proof of service has been submitted to the court, but it hasn't made it to the file yet.
Okay, thank you. So they were served July 5th. Was that personal service or?
Attachment,
what?
Judge, by Bailiff Bell.
Posted by Bell. Okay, thank you. Based on your representations, the court will proceed with this first hearing. This matter will be adjourned. This is a complaint to recover possession of property, by the way. It'll be adjourned August 23rd at 8:30 a.m., courtroom 433. As with all of the cases today, if the defendant logs in before we end the Zoom session, the defendant will have an opportunity to speak to an agency defense attorney. That concludes the matter ending in 542.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. For matter ending in 543, is Ryan Graham or any occupant of 2058th Street, Unit 209 present? Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant has not checked in. Attorney Dyer, I don't see a proof of service. Was the defendant served?
Yes, Judge, via attachment by Bailiff Myron Bell on July 5th.
Okay, thank you for that. Based on your representation, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint to recover possession of property. The matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person. The court will mail notices. That concludes matter ending in 543. Matter ending in 544 is Shardonna Williamson or any occupant of 19144 Verona Street present. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello, can you turn on your camera and state your name, ma'am?
Yes, my name is
Hi.
Chardonnay Williamson.
Chardonnay, okay. Can you spell, well, let me see. Can you spell your first name, ma'am?
Shardana.
Okay, thank you. All right, Chardonnay Williamson. Ms. Williamson, you are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll see you here in person on the 23rd of August. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Williams into a breakout room? Ms. Williamson, please follow the prompt when it comes across your screen. That concludes the matter ending in 544. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, for matter ending in 545 is Diana Reed, Sylvester Reed, or any occupant of 4688 Lakewood Lower Unit present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in on this case. Attorney Dyer, was the defendant served?
Yes, Judge, July 5th via attachment by bailiff Myron Bell.
Okay, thank you for that. Based on your representation, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing in this complaint to recover possession of property. The matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on August 23rd of this year at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 545. Excuse me. For matter ending in 546 is Genevieve Jackson, Garden of Eve Learning Center LLC, or any occupant of 15755-57 Wyoming present.
Gary Sagatti, Your Honor, P 39047. I'm representing Ms. Jackson. I filed an appearance this morning, and Ms. Jackson is in the Zoom courtroom with us.
Oh, okay, Ms. Jackson, please turn on your camera and unmute yourself and state your name.
Genevieve Jackson.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Jackson. Okay, I think that's what my confusion was earlier when I was asking about another attorney. Sorry about that. All right, so Attorney Sagatti and Attorney Dyer, have you all spoken about this case yet?
Judge, I understand that Mr. Sagatti and my law partner, Randy Lavasser, may have had some conversations. According to Mr. Lavasser's email to me a little while ago, he was just waiting for some feedback from Mr. Sagatti. I will follow up on that and make sure that the parties connect through counsel, and hopefully we'll resolve it before the next hearing date.
Okay, thank you for that. Ms. Jackson, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you already have an attorney. You don't need to go into the breakout room. If you have the information about the next court date, you are, well, I don't know. Attorney Sagatti, do you need to go into a breakout room with your client today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So Ms. Jackson, you're free to log off. We'll see you on August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Thank you, Attorney Sagatti. Thank you, Attorney Dyer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That
Good day.
concludes-
Good day, Alan.
Thank you.
Good
That
to see you,
concludes
Gary.
matter ending in 546. For matter ending in 547 is Burnett Boyd or Brian Boyd or any occupant of 18833 DeQuinder present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant has failed to check in. Attorney Dyer, there's no proof of service in the file. Was the defendant served?
Yes, Judge, via attachment by bailiff Myron Bell on July 5th.
Thank you. Based on your representation, the court will proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. The matter will be adjourned to August 23rd of this year at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 547. I believe that's it for you, Attorney Dyer.
It is, Judge. Have an awesome afternoon.
You do the same. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
For matter ending in 579 is the plaintiff Tanya Edwards present. If so, please turn on your camera, unmute yourself and state your name. Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff was present but has logged off. For my purposes, she's not here. For matter ending in 579 is the defendant Sharkia Willis or Jasmine Hobbs or any occupant of 11203 Nashville present. Please dial *6 and state your name if you're present.
Jasmine Hobbs.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Ms. Hobb. Did you, well, let me start by saying you're the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll see you in person on August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. You're on a telephone. Once I ask for you to be transferred, you will be transferred into a breakout room. You won't be able to hear anything until the attorney comes in there, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll see you in person on the next date that I just gave. That concludes the matter ending in 579. Can I have someone transfer Jasmine Hobbs? Have a good day. For matter ending in 631 is the plaintiff, Shariat. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Oliver, are you present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff failed to check in. What about the defendant? Is there anyone here who lives at 6201 Hecla, Lower Flat?
Yes.
Please turn on your camera and state your name. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, Tazara Sayers.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Ms. Sayers. I'm told there's someone else present. If you're in the, are you all on the same device?
No.
No? Okay, if you're
No.
on another device, can you turn on your camera and state your name?
I'm trying to.
Okay, what's your name?
Mary Houston.
All right, good afternoon to you, Ms. Houston. You are both defendants on a complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Sayers, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about you, Ms. Houston?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we'll see you both in person on that date, August 23rd. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Sayers and Ms. Houston into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 631. Just follow the prompts, okay? Have a good day.
Thank you.
For matter ending in 637 is, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record? Do we have a plaintiff? All right, Madam Clerk tells me that someone checked in, but they are not responding now. Is the defendant present? Barry Chambliss II or any occupant of 3411 Fisher? Madam Clerk tells me that that person also logged off. There is a proof of service in the file. And so the court is going to proceed with this first hearing on the complaint for non-payment of rent. The matter will be adjourned to August 23rd, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person. In courtroom 433, the court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 637. For matter ending in 664 and matter ending in 665, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record? If you're present. Is anyone here for Attorney Hughes? Oh, there you are.
Paul Hughes, P31986, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. For matter ending in 664 is Stephen Baldwin or any occupant of 329 Holbrook Street, apartment 411 present.
*6.
Please dial *6 and state your name.
He's actually in the hallway.
He's in the hallway.
He's on the phone. He's in the hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna pass on this one just one moment. For matter ending in 665 is Anthony Stewart or any occupant of 329 Holbrook, apartment 314 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant on this matter failed to check in. I do not have a proof of service. Attorney Hughes, was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor, personal service on the 6th.
All righty.
Sir Thomas Smith.
Based on your representations, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing. This is a complaint for non-payment of rent. It will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on August 23rd at 8:30 a.m. in person. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 665. All right, before I move on to my next group, I have this one last case, matter ending in 664. The defendant, I believe, is trying to log in via his telephone, but he is in the courthouse. And Officer Wallace just went to go get him, I think.
I think he went to go help him try to unmute.
Okay.
Can you put in the order that the vehicle needs to be set aside?
All righty, it looks like we are gonna have to pass on this one. Okay, I'll pass on this one. I'll come back. Attorney Hughes, remember that you have one case that we have to recall. Okay, all right, so we're moving on to the next group of cases, ladies and gentlemen. Please listen out for your name, address, or case number. Please don't say anything until I've called all of the cases. Once I call all of the cases, I'll ask for plaintiff's counsel to place their appearance on the record or plaintiff to state their name, and then I'll ask the defendants to do the same. At that time, please turn on your camera if it's not already turned on, and unmute your device. If you called in, you unmute by dialing *6, and then you state your name. Thank you. Now calling case number 24349-666. This is GW7646 LLC versus Mark Stewart and all occupants of 21 Hazelwood Street, apartment 201 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-667 GW6329 LLC, aka Cortez Apartments versus Annalise Curley and all occupants of 329 Holbrook Street, apartment B6 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-668 Himmelhock Apartments versus Harriet Sturkey and all occupants of 1545 Woodward Avenue, unit 407 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-669 versus GW6329 LLC, aka Cortez Apartments versus Sipawo Diamini and all occupants of 329 Holbrook Street, apartment 212 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-722 4C Meringue LLC versus all occupants of 11820 Meringue, number 9 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-723 International Apartments LLC, Silverside Management LLC versus Lisa Jackson and all occupants of 5057 East Outer Drive, G104 in the city of Detroit. And finally, for this group of cases, calling case number 24349-724 International Apartments LLC, Silverside Management LLC versus LaShonda L. Weathers and all occupants of 5057 East Outer Drive, G201 in the city of Detroit. These matters are before the court on complaints to recover possession of property as well as complaints for non-payment of rent. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing on these matters. There's no eating in court, please. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned, and so these matters will be adjourned to a new court date. Ladies and gentlemen, please write this information down. Your next court date for only the cases that I just called. The next court date will be August 27th of this year at 8:30 a.m. August 27th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. will be the next time the court calls these cases. The cases will be heard in person down at the 36th District Court. 36th District Court is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. I'm in courtroom 433, and so you need to come to courtroom 433 on August 27th at 8:30 a.m. Plaintiffs, please bring with you to the next court date the following information: copy of the deed, a copy of the lease agreement, if rent is at issue, a copy of the most up-to-date rental ledger, the completed proof of service, and if there's a property management agreement in place, I need that as well. I need all documents that connect the plaintiff to the property, all documents that substantiate the plaintiff's claims. Failure to provide those documents if they are not already in the file, failure to bring those documents to the next court date could result in dismissal of your case. So plaintiffs, please bring those documents to court with you. There's no eating in court, sir. There's no eating in court. Please bring those documents with you to court on the next court date. If you don't bring those documents to court, that could subject your case to dismissal. Defendants, if you have any evidence that substantiates your claim. One second. If you have any evidence that substantiates your claim, I'm sorry, not substantiates your claim, that supports your defense, please bring it to court with you on August 27th, but please make sure it is in paper format. Please do not bring your cell phone in the courtroom and ask me to scroll through it. I don't feel comfortable doing that, and I generally do not do that. If you have evidence, it needs to be reduced to paper. That's for the plaintiffs and the defendants, by the way. I cannot put your cell phone in the file as evidence. So please make sure you reduce all of your evidence to paper before you bring it to court on August 27th. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are present in the courthouse today. They are here to provide you, the defendant tenants, with legal advice for the day, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings, and that will be free of charge to you. At the end of your hearing today, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you're logged in via a tablet or a cell phone, you'll receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It'll take you into the breakout room. If you called in, you don't have to worry about receiving a prompt. You'll be transferred automatically. Madam Clerk, did you type the information in the chat?
I did.
Okay, Madam Clerk has typed the information about the next court date in the chat. I'm sorry, I missed that. If you're on a tablet or a cell phone, you can screenshot that information. Otherwise, write the information down. The court will mail notices, but in case they get lost, we like to make sure you have the information about the next court date. Back to what I was saying before, defendants, once you get into the breakout room, you won't be able to hear or see what's going on in the main session. Please have patience. You may have to sit in there for a little while. Everyone will be seen by a defense attorney today. Please do not start raising your hands or coming back out into the main session unprompted, or, I don't know what else, pressing buttons and things like that. That will just distract the court. Once you're done speaking to the agency attorneys, defendants, you're free to log off, but please make sure you come back to court on August 27th at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. If you are not timely, your case a default judgment will be entered against you. So please make sure you come to court on August 27th, and plaintiffs, you do the same, because if you do not come to court, your case will be dismissed. So everybody, please make sure you come to court on time on August 27th at 8:30 a.m. With all of that being said, can I have plaintiff's counsel for matters ending in 666, 667, 668, and 669? Can I have you place your appearance on the record?
Thank you, Honor. Good afternoon, Paul Hughes, P31986, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. For matter ending in 666, is the defendant Mark Stewart or any occupant of 21 Hazelwood, apartment 201 present? Please unmute yourself, turn on your camera, and state your name. Uh-oh, you just muted yourself. Let me see.
All right, Mark Stewart.
All right, good afternoon to you, Mr. Stewart. You're the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you on August 27th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. Just follow the prompt when it comes across your screen. Can I have someone transfer Mark Stewart into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 666. Have a good day, Mr. Stewart.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. For matter ending in 667 is Annalise Curley or any occupant of 329 Holbrook, apartment B6 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in. I don't have a proof of service in the file. Counsel, was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor. The proof of service shows personal service on the 6th.
Personal on the 6th. Okay, I'll note that for the file. Based on your representations, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. The matter is adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on August 27th of this year at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 667. For matter ending in 668, is Harriet Sturkey or any occupant of 1545 Woodward, Unit 407 present?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is David Burke, P85702 from the United Community Housing Coalition. We will be representing Ms. Sturkey at her next hearing. Could we request a UCHC date for this one?
Okay, Attorney Burke, I was gonna say, you kind of threw me off there. Good afternoon to you. Madam Clerk, he is from a different agency. Can we
Yes.
get another date?
Dates are available at the bottom, July 7th, 17th, or the 18th.
July?
Yes.
Okay, I got the
July, you got yours.
I got the 11th. You said the 7th? No, the 7th half.
17th.
July 11th to 17th. All right, let's hear from the defendant. Are you present, ma'am? Please dial *6 and state your name. Ms. Sturkey or any occupant of 1545 Woodward, Unit 407. Are you still here? Let me see, I can't find her. Let me see. All right. I just sent her a prompt. Ms. Sturkey, please dial *6 and state your name.
Okay, the person who was here, who wrote these papers, resigned today. There was a discrepancy
What is your
in my
name?
payments, which I already.
What is your name?
Harriet
What is your
Sturkey.
name? Okay, Ms.
Harriet
Sturkey.
Sturkey.
All right, I got you, Ms. Sturkey. Did you get the, oh, wait. So I gave information about another court date. Attorney Burke is representing you. He's with a different agency. And so we're going to adjourn your matter and your matter only to a different date. Our next available date is July 11th. That's 2 days from now. Is that good, Madam Clerk? Is
Okay,
that
well,
good?
here's the,
She needs at least 2 weeks.
may I
No,
just say
okay,
that,
yes.
may I just
All
say
right.
they're looking for new.
Hold
Okay.
on, please. Let me get the dates set first. Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk is gonna give me a date. Give me 1 second. So what's today, the 9th?
Yes, but she needs 2 weeks.
2 weeks, so that'll be,
You can push it, but you can 24th or 25th.
I'll do the 25th. July 25th is going to be the next date, only for this case. Attorney Burke,
Okay.
is that a good day for you? Will you be present?
Yep, I'll be here.
Okay, Ms. Sturkey, you're trying to say something. What is it that, briefly, please state, what is it that you're trying to say?
Okay. All right, the manager who was handling everything resigned today. The new people have not arrived yet that have all of our documents. So I'm hoping that's enough time for them to learn, because today was going to be their first day in the office.
Attorney Hughes, is there a change in property managers or?
She
There
just
might
left.
be a change in manager. I'm not aware of that. That's new news for me. On the 25th.
Me too.
I
It just
have
found out today.
On the 25th, I have an in-person hearing at 8 a.m. I can be available by 10 on the 25th.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even ask you. Okay, so you said you have an in-person here. It's in another jurisdiction?
Yes, Madison Heights. They're usually pretty quick.
Okay.
can do it
Well, I mean, I'm usually still on the record at 10, Attorney Hughes. So I can make a note to not dismiss your case if you don't show up. By
That's what
9:30.
that's what made me nervous when you said you're not here on time. We're going to dismiss it. That's why I wanted to make sure that it should be at 10. That's as soon as I can get there.
Okay, I'm not gonna schedule it for 10 only because, I have different time slots on my docket mean different things. So
Okay,
what
understand.
I'll do is I'll schedule this one for 9:45.
Perfect.
9:45 a.m. And then I'll still make a note that you'll be in Madison Heights, but you should be here by 10.
I should be, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and if not, please call and let Attorney Burke know.
And if he could put his contact information in the chat, I'd appreciate it.
Yep, I'll send it to you.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Sturkey, we'll see you here We'll see you here on July 25th. Do you need to go into a breakout room with your client, Attorney Burke?
Yes, please.
Okay. Did you give him co-host capability?
I did not.
All right. You said, oh, okay, that's okay. I'll do it. Give me 1 second. I'm about to transfer you both into a breakout room. Ms. Sturkey's on the telephone, right?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Sturkey,
Right.
your transfer is going to be automatic. Let's see here.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, the format has changed some. All right, can I have one of the Lakeshore attorneys to place Attorney Burke and Miss Harriet Sturkey into a breakout room, please? Can somebody do that for me?
Yeah, I can do it, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Attorney Phillips. All right, that concludes the matter ending in 668. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, for matter ending in 669 is the defendant Sipawo Diamani or any occupant of 329 Holbrook, apartment 212 present.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Please turn on your camera and state your name.
So my name is Sipiwo Damini.
Sipiwo.
So the spelling of my name was wrong on the document.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me how do you spell it, please?
The first name is an Siphiwo.
Okay.
Then
And your last name?
It's a DLAMINI.
Oh, DLAMI.
Yes, not an I.
Okay. So it's Sipiwo Dlamini?
Sipiwo Damini, yes.
Damini, okay.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Damini, you are a defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so we will see you in person on August 27th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Damini into a breakout room? Just press the prompt when it comes across your screen, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 669. That's it for Attorney Hughes? Nope, we have that recall for Attorney Hughes. Hold on, don't go anywhere, Attorney Hughes, please.
Yep.
Did we ever, did the other defendant? Yeah, just bring them in the courtroom. All right. Okay, for matters ending in 722, 723, and 724, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. William Philibert, appearing on behalf of P466.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Kola-Barrick. For matter ending in 722, is there any occupant of 11820 Meringue number 9 present? Please dial *6 and state your name.
Teresa Whitsett.
Okay, good afternoon
Teresa
to you, Ms.
Whitsett.
Whitsett. I have you. Good afternoon. Ms. Whitsett, you're a
Yes,
defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll see you on August 27th at 8:30 in person in courtroom 433. You're on the telephone, and so you're about to be transferred automatically. You won't hear anything for a while, but an attorney will be in to speak with you. Have a good day. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Teresa Whitsett into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 722.
Thank you.
You're welcome. For matter ending in 723 is Lisa Jackson or any occupant of 5057 East Outer Drive, G104 present.
Yes, Lisa Jackson.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Jackson. You are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, but the rent has already been paid.
Okay.
They
when
told
did
me
you
I was
pay
coming
it?
for a dismissal the other day, like 2 days ago.
Attorney Kola-Barrick, do you have information about Ms. Jackson's balance being paid up?
I do not, Your Honor, but obviously we'll look at it, and if it has been paid, we'll dismiss it.
Will you be able to look at it before the end of today's docket?
I will see.
I
if
actually
can
have the
get it.
receipt if you guys need it.
I will check with the manager, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is what we'll do, Ms. Jackson. Please stay on. Attorney Colbert will double check and he'll get back to us in a moment. I'm gonna pass on this one for now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for matter ending in 724 is LaShonda L. Weathers or any occupant of 5057 East Outer Drive G201 present.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your name?
LaShonda Weathers.
LaShonda Weathers. Okay, you are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
All righty, we'll see you on August 27th. Yes, August 27th at 8:30 a.m. Can I have someone yes, ma'am.
Just as Ms. Jackson, the balance has already been paid.
Okay, Attorney Colbert, can you check on Ms. Weathers as well?
I can, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to pass on yours as well, Ms. Weathers. Please do not log off yet. Thank you. All righty. Recalling case number 24349-664, GW6329 LLC versus Stephen Baldwin. Are you Stephen Baldwin? Can you stand up? Or,
You wanna come to the podium, Judge?
if you're fine. And all occupants of 329 Holbrook Street, apartment 411 in the city of Detroit. This is a recall of a first hearing on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Can I have your appearance, counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. Paul Hughes, P 31986, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you, sir. What's your name?
Steve Baldwin.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Baldwin. Now, as I understand, you were trying to log in the device in the hallway. Did you hear the information that I gave about the next court date?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know it's August 23rd, correct?
August 23rd.
Right.
Okay, I have another question.
What's your question, sir?
The question is, because I brought the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
That's the non-payment they said I didn't pay back in March.
Okay, have you paid? Are you current up until July?
Yeah.
Attorney Hughes, Mr. Baldwin is saying that he's current and he has a receipt.
I have a receipt for the one they said I didn't pay.
Okay.
I'm showing a balance of $1,135.50. He certainly can ask for a copy of the ledger that will identify each payment that he made and the check numbers.
Okay, so Attorney Hughes is saying that he's showing you still have a balance of $1,135.50. What's the monthly rental rate? How much are you supposed to pay?
Mine is like $320 a month.
All right.
Judge, I had on the 27th for this group, 827 that one. 823 for the first.
He was in the first group. This is the recall.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a recall.
Oh.
Okay, so Attorney Hughes and Mr. Baldwin, there's obviously a difference of, there's a question of fact.
Yeah.
So Mr. Baldwin, you should probably talk to an agency attorney, but they are online.
Right.
Did you figure out how to get into the Zoom? No?
I just answered the phone.
Okay, you don't have the app on your phone or anything like that? All right, so I am going to, who's here from Lakeshore who can speak?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, Attorney Tate. We have someone here. Well, let me see. Can you say who you are? Or the
Attorney Sean Tate, P57767 with Lakeshore Legal Aid. Your Honor, if Mr. Baldwin can give his phone number to Madam Clerk and Madam Clerk can send it to me in the chat, we can have someone from Lakeshore contact Mr. Baldwin.
Okay, will you all be able to contact him today?
Hopefully we'll be able to contact him today or tomorrow.
Okay, so Mr. Baldwin, we're gonna get your telephone number and we'll give it to the attorneys. And please answer any unknown numbers because they'll try to contact you today or tomorrow, okay? In the interim, you still need to come back to court on August 23rd, okay? All right, so I'll see you back here in person on August 23rd. Before you leave, Madam Clerk will give you some paperwork and please write your information down on a sticky pad. Officer Wallace will give it to you. You can have a seat. Okay, all right, that concludes the matter ending in 664. Thank you, Attorney Hugh.
You're welcome. Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too, thank you. All right. Yeah, Madam Court Reporter, I think it was from the first group. I had to recall it because he was having problems with his technology. No problem. And then we have two more recalls, but I'm moving on to the third group for now. Okay. But those recalls will be from the second group. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. This is the last group of cases that I will be calling for today. Did you give him his notice of hearing? All right. You want to write? Just tell him. Do he know? Yeah. All right. Sorry, we have a lot going on today. All right. This is the last group of cases. Please listen out for your name, address, or case number. Please don't say anything until I have called all of the cases. And as with the first two groups, once I'm done calling all of the cases, plaintiff's counsel, please place your appearance on the record. Plaintiff, state your name, and then same with the defendants. Okay. Now calling case number 24349-725, International Apartments LLC, Silverside Management LLC versus Darquoise D. McCarver and all occupants of 5083 East Outer Drive, C309 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-726, International Apartments LLC, Silverside Management LLC versus Lanisa B. Warren and all occupants of 5053 East Outer Drive, G112 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-727, Gabriel Management LLC versus Danny Irvine and all occupants of 20220 Lasser Road in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-728, Westgate Terrace Apartments LLC versus Jonathan Watts and all occupants of 14167 Dale Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-729, Gabriel Management LLC versus Tansy Milton and all occupants of 1702 Portland in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-730, Gabriel Management LLC versus Asaya Young and all occupants of 10235 Whittier number 1 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-731, International Apartments LLC, Silverside Management LLC versus Linda J. Taylor and all occupants of 5085 East Outer Drive, C210 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-732, International Apartments LLC, Silverside Management LLC versus Christopher Williams and all occupants of 5087 East Outer Drive, C301 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-733, Westgate Terrace Apartments LLC versus Terrence Guyton and all occupants of 14075 Dale Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24347-025, BFIS LLC versus David Bevel and all other occupants of 5944 Corville in the city of Detroit. This particular matter is from the 1:35 p.m. docket. This matter is before the court on a complaint for possession after land contract forfeiture. And finally, for this docket, calling case number 24348-455, Sky Residential 2013 LLC versus Al Asmar Hashim and all occupants of 8458 Pearson in the city of Detroit. This matters before the court on a complaint for possession after land contract forfeiture. This is off of the 145 docket. The remaining matters are before the court on complaints for non-payment of rent and complaints to recover possession of property. The matters are scheduled for a first hearing or a technical first hearing pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17. All first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, all of the cases that I just called will be adjourned to a new date. Please write this information down, ladies and gentlemen. Your next court date will be in person, and it will be August 30th at 8:30 a.m. Again, August 30th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That's the next time the court will call your case. Again, it'll be in person in courtroom 433 down at the 36th District Court, which is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. Plaintiffs, Madam Clerk did just type that information into the chat, so you can screenshot it if you'd like. Otherwise, please write it down. The court will mail notice, but in case they get lost in the mail, you have the information today. Plaintiffs, you are to bring with you to the next court date the following information: the deed, the lease agreement, the rental ledger, the most up-to-date rental ledger, the completed proof of service, and any property management agreement. And, you know, if it's a land contract, I need the deed and the land contract. Anything that connects the plaintiff to the property, please bring that to court with you. If you do not bring those documents to court with you on August 30th, if they're not already in the file, your case can be dismissed. So please make sure you bring those documents with you, and please make sure it is in paper format. Defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your claim or supports your defense, please reduce it to paper and bring it to court with you on August 30th. I'm talking about rental.
Your Honor, you're muted. We can't hear you.
We still can't hear you.
Your Honor, we can't hear you no more. Hello?
Judge, you have to let, I don't have calls today. You have to let yourself.
We can hear you again.
We can hear you, Madam Clerk.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, I don't know what happened. Did you all hear me call the cases?
We heard you call the cases. The last case was Guyton. You were going through what people needed to bring to court.
Okay, don't know what happened. Sorry about that. All right, plaintiffs, you need to bring with you the deed, the lease agreement, the most up-to-date rental ledger, the completed proof of service, and any property management agreement. If you have a land contract matter, you need to bring the land contract and the deed as well. Failure to bring those documents to the next court date can result in dismissal of your case, plaintiffs. So please make sure you bring those documents if they're not already in the file, and please make sure they are in paper format. Defendants, if you have evidence that supports your defense, please reduce it to paper and bring it with you to court on August 30th. Specifically, I'm speaking of pictures and rental receipts or anything else that supports your defense. Please put it to paper and bring it to court with you. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged in today. They are here to They are here to provide you with the legal advice for the day, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings, and that would be free of charge to you. At the end of today's hearing, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you're on a tablet or a phone, you'll receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It'll take you into the breakout room. If you've called in, you've actually dialed a phone number, you don't have to worry about any prompts. Your transfer will be automatic. Once you're in the breakout room, please have patience. Please don't press buttons, raise your hand, or come back out into the main session unprompted. That will slow me down. And I do need to get through these cases very quickly. So after you're done speaking to the attorney, you're free to log off, defendants, but please make sure you come back to court on August 30th at 8:30 a.m. If you don't show up on the next court date, a default judgment can be entered against you. And plaintiffs, if you don't show up on the next court date, your case will be dismissed. So everybody make sure you come to court timely on August 30th. All right, with that being said, for matters ending in 725, 726, basically every case except for matter ending in 025 and 455. Can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. William Colbert, P4966, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Good afternoon again. For matter ending in 725 is Darquoise D. McCarver or any occupant of 5083 East Outer Drive C309 present.
Yes, Darquoise McCarver.
All right. Good afternoon to you, Ms. McCarver. Do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you on August 30th at 8:30 a.m. By the way, this is a complaint for non-payment of rent and you are the defendant. Can I have someone transfer Ms. McCarver into a breakout room? Just follow the prompts. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 725. For matter ending in 726 is Lanise Warren or any occupant of 5053 East Outer Drive G112 present.
Okay.
Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant failed to check in. Attorney Colbert, I don't have a proof of service. Was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor. It was via posting on July 6th.
posted on July 6th. Based on your representation, the court is going to adjourn this first hearing to a subsequent hearing to take place on the date and time that I just provided on the record. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 726. For matter ending in 727 is Danny Irvine or any occupant of 2022. Let me say that again, 20220 Lassa Road present. Please state your name if you're present.
Jasmine Irvine, for my dad.
Okay,
Ashley
and
Irvine.
okay, Ashley Irvine.
Yes,
Jasmine
ma'am.
Irvine, you said something about your dad. Did you say something about your dad?
Yes, he passed away, so we're just trying to come and to see if we can have time to just move his things out a bit more.
Okay, so are either of you residents of the property?
No, ma'am, we don't.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. The adjourn, you got the information about the next court date, correct?
Yes.
August 30th. That's that'll be at 8:30 in the morning. I'm gonna transfer you both to a breakout room. You can speak to a defense attorney. Attorney Koloberic, have you noted that the tenant is deceased? Or can you make a note of that?
I
Okay.
did. If you want to contact our office, we can schedule a time for them to get in there.
Okay, so I am going to have you all transfer into a breakout room. And then once you talk to the defense attorneys, maybe they can communicate with Attorney Koloberic and you all can work something out, okay?
Okay.
All right. Otherwise, I'll see you on August 30th at 8:30 a.m. That concludes a matter ending in 727. Can I have someone transfer Jasmine Irvine and Ashley Irvine into a breakout room? That concludes this matter. Thank you. For matter ending in 728 is Jonathan Watts or any occupant of 14167 Dale present?
Yes, Your Honor, Jonathan Watts.
All right, good afternoon. You're the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you on that date and time. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Watts into a breakout room? Mr. Watts followed the prompt. That concludes the matter ending in 728. Have a good day. For matter ending in 729 is Tamsi Milton or any occupant of 1702 Portland present. Madam Clerk tells me that. State your name, please. Can I have appearance and name, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Attorney Becca Zaris, P number 85645, appearing on behalf of Ms. Milton, who's sitting next to me.
All right, Attorney Zaris, I don't have an appearance yet. Please make sure you file it, by the next court date. Ms. Milton, please state your full name for the court reporter.
Tamsi Amita Milton.
All righty. Good afternoon to you, Ms. Milton. Do you both have the information about the next court date?
We do, Your Honor.
All right.
August 30th.
All right. By the way, this is a complaint for non-payment of rent. So you're together, so you don't need to go into a breakout room. You're free to log off. The notices will be mailed to the parties. Okay.
One issue before we go today. It's come to our attention that Ms. Milton's water and electricity has been turned off. We were hoping to get an interim order before that next court date to make sure that those things are turned back on.
Attorney Koloberic.
Your Honor, I'm not aware of that. And typically in these situations, it's in the tenant's names, but I will follow up with the client and Attorney Zaris. If you can give me your contact information, I can call you after the hearing.
Yes, I can.
Okay, and also you can file an emergency motion as well. That concludes the matter ending in 729. For matter ending in 730 is Asia or Isaiah Young or any occupant of 10235 Whittier number 1 present.
Yes, Asia Young.
Okay, Ms. Young, you're the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you on August 30th at 8:30. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Young into a breakout room? Your transfer will be automatic, Ms. Young. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 730. The matter ending in 731 is Linda Taylor or any occupant of 5085 East Outer Drive C210 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. I don't have a proof of service in the file. Attorney Koloberic, was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor. This one was served via posting on July 6th as well.
posted on July 6th. All right, based on that, the court will adjourn this matter to August 30th at 8:30 a.m. in person. The court will mail notice. This is a complaint for non-payment of rent. That concludes matter ending in 731. For matter ending in 732 is Christopher Williams or any occupant of 5087 East Outer Drive C301 present. Madam Clerk says that the defendant did not check in. I don't have a proof of service. Counsel, was the defendant served?
Yes, that was personal on July 3rd.
Personal service on July 3rd. The court will adjourn this to a subsequent hearing to the date and time stated on the record. The court will mail notice. This is a complaint for non-payment of rent. That concludes matter ending in 732. For matter ending in 733, Terrence Guyton or any occupant of 14075 Dale, are you present?
Yes, I am.
State your name, please.
Terrence Guyton.
All right, Mr. Guyton, you're the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'll see you on that date and time. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Guyton into a breakout room? Just follow the prompt. That concludes the matter ending in 733. Have a good day. The matter ending in 025 is David Bavell present. Oh, is the attorney present?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Elizabeth Ellison, PA 2098 for the plaintiff.
Thank you. Is the defendant present? If so, state your name now.
David Bavell.
All righty. The matter was adjourned today from the first hearing because there had not been service. Has service been effectuated?
Your Honor, I actually was looking at the file before and we never got the order for alternate service, but the defendant is here today, Your Honor.
I signed it on June 11th, so I don't know what's going on. Mr. Bavell, do you, so have you been served, sir?
I mean, no, not personally. I mean, I got something in the mail, but I thought that was a court date.
All right, this matter is going to be adjourned to August 6th at 1:35 p.m. Madam Clerk, can you please make sure you mail out the orders for alternate service? It was, like I said, it was signed on June 11th. August 6th, 2024 at 1:35 p.m. It'll be via Zoom, okay? That concludes this matter.
Your Honor, can I just have Mr. Bavell, if he could call my office in the interim and we probably could discuss this also. My number's on the contact information on the notice of hearing that he got in the mail.
Okay. Mr. Bavell, did you want to talk to a defense attorney today?
Yes. Is this but is she Miss Ellison? Is that the is you?
She's the plaintiff's attorney. She's the plaintiff's attorney. Do you want to talk to a defense attorney?
Yes.
Okay, can I have someone transfer Mr. Bavell into a breakout room? And, you know, maybe you all can somehow communicate with each other before the next court date. That concludes this matter. For matter ending in 455, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record? Okay, the plaintiff's counsel is not here. Is Al Asmar Hashim present? Please unmute and stay. Oh, what's your name, sir?
Al Asmar Hashim.
Okay. Sorry about the mispronunciation. Mr. Hashim, you're the defendant on a complaint for possession after land contract forfeiture. I don't see, have you been served with the complaint?
No.
Okay, the plaintiff's counsel is not here, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this matter 28 days per the court's policy, unless you want to waive service. Do you want to waive service? You probably should talk to an attorney before you do that. Have you had any conversation with the plaintiff about resolving the matter?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to adjourn this matter to August 6th, 2024. Wait a minute. That was the day that August 6th, 2024 at 1:35 p.m. And it'll be via Zoom. So you come to court the same way you came to court today. Okay. That is to allow for August 6th at 1:35 via Zoom, same way you did today. That's to allow for you to be served with a copy of the complaint.
You got it, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. That concludes this matter. I have 2 recalls. Matters ending in 723 and 724. Attorney Colaberic, were you able to get in contact with your client about Ms. Lisa Jackson?
I was not able for either of them. I left a message and then we also shot an email.
Okay, Lisa Jackson, are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right, so Attorney Colabarrick cannot verify that payment has been received. So your matter is still scheduled for August 27th at 8:30 a.m. Attorney Colabarrick, I reckon, will check in with the plaintiff, and if they verify that payment has been received, Attorney Colabarrick, will you submit a dismissal order?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Jackson, if you don't receive a dismissal order before August 27th, you still need to come to court, okay? That concludes the
Okay.
matter ending in 723. Thank you. For matter ending in 724, Ms. Weathers, did you hear that information? It's the same for you. Are you still here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so look out for a dismissal order. If you don't receive one, I'll see you on August 27th. That concludes this matter. Thank you. That concludes the docket for courtroom 433.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to my court staff. It's great to be back. And thank you to the agency attorneys. We are adjourned. Madam Clerk, I'm returning